Scott came out of nowhere to put that one up.
He's got 6, and we're back to a 35-34 game now, and the ball goes off the hands of Eric Palm along the baseline. So the Rams with a 1-point lead, and they have the basketball at 1:48 left.
Think about what Aaron Scott had to do to put that ball back up there. Found himself in midair and got his hand on the ball about midway in his body and able to get control of it enough to put it up to the basket.
Gober's turnaround jump shot won't go, and Detmer rips down the rebound. Off to Palm. Bearcats trying to retake the lead. The driving Wolff might have overpassed that a little bit. Ball's loose on the deck, and they're going to call it out of bounds on the Rams. Looks like Wolff had a lane to drive to the basket. He got into the blue there, into the paint, but then threw it back outside, and a Ram tipped it. So they avoided the turnover, and they'll have the ball right in front of the Rams bench. Palm will throw the ball in. Back out to Wolff. 1:20 left. Opening half. Wolff in the right wing. To Detmer in the two-man game. He was picked up by Leighton. They'll swing it around the perimeter to Palm. Back to Campbell. Or to Copeland, excuse me. To Detmer. To Stone. To Palm. Trying to get a weave offense going. Get a little jump shot just like that. And that's what they want out of that, Morrell. The triple drive penetration, and Palm drains it. He's got 10, averages 19.3, and the Rams lead by a point with 52 seconds left.
Palm does a nice job of being able to create space for his jump shot. That was a perfect example on that last play.
Leighton will swing. It's intercepted by Palm behind the back dribble. They're trying to go coast to coast. Layup up. Will it count? Yes! As he clenches his fist, Eric Palm, and what a move. He's got 12, and he's fouled.
Well, he's taken over the game the last minute, hasn't he, Mark?
Eric Palm. And Aaron Scott picks up the foul, his first, 10th team foul. Palm's got 12, will try to make it 13. He's almost Mr. Automatic at the line. 38-35, the Bearcats try to stretch this to 4, and they do. 39-35, 42 seconds left here in the first half, and a back-and-forth first half we've had here.
About a 6-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here, Mark.
Randall out to Leighton, picked up by Detmer. Ball hawked out front, hands it back off to Randall. They'll reset, 20 on the shot clock, 26 on the game clock. Randall on the right wing. The left-handed dribble picked up by Stone. Back to Gober, contested 3, yes! Kenneth Gober, he's got 9 all on 3 trays. 10 seconds left. 39-38 McKendree. Palm has it in his hands. Look for him maybe to go one-on-one. Pull-up jump shot. Yes, he counted. It's a 2. It was on the line. We're at halftime. What a performance by Eric Palm late. We've got a good one here. McKendree, the Bearcats, lead Texas Wesleyan 41-38. You're listening to the Buffalo Fun NAIA Division I Men's Basketball Championship.
Ten, 5, 4, 3.
Live from Municipal Auditorium, this is NAIA Championship Basketball.
Well, welcome back to the opening round action and day 2 of the 71st annual NAIA National Championship Tournament. We've got a good one here. McKendree Bearcats of Lebanon, Illinois lead the Texas Wesleyan Rams with a score of 41-38. And bring in my partner, Lorella Boo. What a performance in that first half by Eric Palm. He was everything that was advertised. 19.3 coming in on the game on the average per game. He has 15, but he had 7 late to Riley McKendree, who actually trailed 8-0 in this game early. It was all Texas Wesleyan. The Bearcats fought back, grabbed as much as a 5-point lead, went back and forth, and now they lead by 3. Impressed by Palm, also impressed by Dane Dimitrovic. He's got a couple of fouls, but he's playing big for the 6'10" sophomore. He's fired in 12 here in the opening half.
Well, he's been the difference in the game for Texas Wesleyan early. He has 14 in the first half, 6 of 11 from the field, and 1 of 1 from three-point range. And who would have expected that from the 6'10" big man? 14 points for him, 9 points all on threes by Gober. And from the field, Texas Wesleyan shooting 48.3%, 80% from the three-point arc. They have a total of 15 rebounds and an even split, 7 offense and 8 defensive rebounds for them, and 9 turnovers in the first half. For McKendree College, we talk about Palm, 15 points already in the first half, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 4 from the, 5 of 5 from the free throw stripe, and 80% free throw shooter, and he's certainly showing that to us in the first half. 8 points for Detmer underneath, the big man. Hobby, also a big man underneath for McKendree with 7 points. Rebounding story, they have a total of 15 rebounds for McKendree. They are shooting 53.6 from the field and only 30% from the three-point arc. So you can look for them to attempt to get themselves in a position to improve that story for them in the second half. They have 8 turnovers in the first half to 9 for Texas Wesleyan.
Well, this game is pretty even, as you can tell by the score of 41-38. Field goal percentage, both teams really shooting it well. First half, Texas Wesleyan 14 for 29, as you indicated, 48.3, and McKendree 15 for 28 at 53.6%. Both these teams came in here. That's a little bit higher than Wesleyan usually shoots during the season. They shot 41.6% from the field, so they're above that. McKendree came in here shooting 49% from field goal range, and they're shooting a little bit above that.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments are made at halftime. We can anticipate that Harry Statham of McKendree will try to work a defensive scheme to slow down Dane Dimitrovic, and which may open up the outside for Kenneth Gober and Fred Ashan, and we'll see how that develops. And as for the Texas Wesleyan Rams defensive adjustments, they have to try to figure out how to shut down Palm a little bit, and that'll be a difficult thing to do.
Our halftime score, McKendree 41, Texas Wesleyan 38. You're listening to the Buffalo Fun NAIA Division I Men's Basketball Championship. Back after this.
Ten. 10, 5, 4, 3.
Live from Municipal Auditorium, this is NAIA Championship Basketball.
Alongside Laurel LeBeau, I'm Mark Miller, and welcome back to the 71st Annual NAIA National Championship at Municipal Auditorium here in Kansas City. Good crowd on hand, and a great crowd in here. Yesterday, I heard over 5,000 people for one of the sessions. See some great basketball. We've seen a pretty good game here in the first half in this opening round game. In the second day, as McKendree leads the Bearcats, lead Texas Wesleyan and the Rams. The score 41-38. There's games played here earlier today as well.
There certainly were, and let's just quickly go down the entire bracket to give people an idea of where we are at in this tournament. Georgetown with an opening round win over Emmanuel. They advance to play Trevecca, who defeated Mobile, Alabama last night. And Mobile, Alabama will go home with a 22-10 record. Point Loma, a late game. That game ended up in overtime at about 1:15 this morning. Point Loma advances with a win over Southern Nazarene. Robert Morris defeated Carroll. They advance to play Point Loma in the next round. Mountain State, 2 overtime win over Olivet Nazarene. They will play Wayland Baptist, who surprised number 12 seed Martin Methodist. Azusa Pacific 61-47 over Columbia, Missouri. They advance to play LSU Shreveport, who defeated Science and Arts of Oklahoma. Then this morning, Lambuth defeated St. Xavier of Illinois by a score of 76-68. They advanced to play Oklahoma Baptist. An overtime winner this morning, 71-71. Williams with a late 3 to give his team to win to advance in this NAIA tournament.
Well, the Bearcats seeded number 11, champions of the American Midwest Conference, where they went 13-1, coached by the legendary Harry Statham. 42 years as the head coach, more wins than any men's coach in history. Coming into this season, 938, and that was more than Bobby Knight and any, as I said, any coach in history.
Well, you wonder what keeps a guy like that going for 42 years.
The NAIA level is just the love of the game. I mean, he really, you can tell his demeanor on the sideline. He really is supportive of his team out there. He's been here a long time. They respond to him over that many years, and they believe in what he's teaching them on a day in, day out level in practice. And you can see how they play this basketball game. They've bought into what Coach Statham has said. 37 out of 42 years of his head coaching tenure, he has brought the Bearcats into the playoffs. And then what a job that Terry Waldrop has done. 9 years, and in 2004, his team was seeded 27th in this tournament. And at the end of the day, on that last, I believe it was a Tuesday night, or that last night, or whatever the day of the week it was, they ended up being champions. So both these teams have been there, both these coaches have been there, so this should be an exciting second half.
And that's really what's attractive about NAIA basketball. You have a chance to see some college players that you don't normally see, and you see that the level of play, the quality of play is very high. And then you have really committed coaches that stay with their teams for a long, long time. And like you said, it's for the love of the game and the love of their players, too, because in Coach Statham's situation today, these young kids keep him young.
Texas Wesleyan will have to start the second half. It'll be Mukwe, Gober, Randall Scott, and Dimitrovic as the shot won't go, and rebounded by McKendree. They'll start with Palm, Stone, Hobby, Copeland, and Detmer. 41-38 just the start of the second half. Hope you enjoy it. Mark Miller alongside Laurel LeBeau. Bearcats have it. Into the corner to Hobby. He'll go two-man game to Detmer, and Dimitrovic will knock it out of bounds. What a battle Dimitrovic, the sophomore, and the sophomore Ken Detmer are having inside. They'll inbound it out to Palm, who's been red hot in that first half. He's got 15. To Stone, and they'll reset. On the wing, back out to Copeland. They'll swing it over to Stone. To Detmer along that baseline. Low left block, goes up and under, and doesn't get it to go. Rebounded by Copeland. His shot a little bit hard off the back of the rim. Actually, that was Eric Hobby. And rebounded by Mukwe of Texas Wesleyan. Over to Randall. Reset it out to Dimitrovic, top of the key, inside to McQuay. Turnaround jump shot off the glass, won't go. Fight the rebound into the hands of Aaron Scott. Right place, right time. And Scott, he's got 8. Cuts it to a 1-point lead at 41-40. Stone, left wing, free throw line extended. He'll center it back out to the top, and then they'll swing it around. Now, nice pass inside, and can't hit the inside shot is Copeland. He missed the bunny inside.
Well, his shot was altered that time. I didn't catch the number of the Texas Wesleyan player who forced that shot to go awry, but they did a nice job.
Randall will swing it to Gober, who has 3 3-pointers. Dimitrovic. With
in and out.
Detmer right in his face, misses the shot. On the push, here comes Palm. Shovel pass inside to Detmer, goes up and under, and this one won't go either. On the rebound, out of the hands of Copeland, into the hands of Gober, and the Rams can take the lead at the 17:55 mark here in the second half. 41-40 McKendree. Randall with it. Alley-oop inside to McQuay, and they're going to get a push foul
Detmer,
on
I
Detmer
think.
inside. That's exactly right. Trying an alley-oop off a high screen as McQuay rolled to the basket. The pass was there, but McQuay got a little shove from behind from Detmer. That'll be his first foul, first team foul on McKendree here in the second half. They'll call it on the floor as he never really had the basketball in his hands. So Randall inbound it into Dimitrovic. He'll go one-on-one against Hobby. Jump shot won't go. Rebounded by Detmer. To Stone. Up the Bearcats. To Palm and down to the corner to Copeland. Back to Palm for a 3. Hits back on and then gets a friendly bounce and goes in. When it's going right, it's going right. And Eric Palm's got 18. Nice soft rim, shooter's rim that time, and Palm hits another tree.
Absolutely.
44-40. Scott on the right wing into Gober inside. Gober's pass.
Travel.
Actually, they're going to ring him up for a travel. Try to get his positioning there. He walked, and coming into the game is Delane Finley.
Well, Finley had a nice first half for this Texas Wesleyan squad. We can anticipate him trying to slash into the middle whenever they go back into offense.
Stone walks it up for the Bearcats. He motions Hobby to go to the opposite side. They'll swing it. Now they'll try to go inside. Ball loose on the deck. Copeland gets it stripped away from Dimitrovic.
Gober
Off
with
to
a nice
Scott.
job there.
Scott down to the corner to Finley. Finley puts it on the deck. He's going to get a reach-in call. He dribbled to the paint, and that foul. See what they're going to ring this up on. They're going to call it on Detmer, his second foul, second team foul on McKendree.
Well, when Finley gets the ball, it doesn't take too long for him to decide to slash to the basket, does it?
No, he's a very aggressive offensive player, no doubt about it. Dimitrovic gets the loose ball, hands it off to Scott, and they'll reset. Rams trail by 4 in this opening round game. Gets a high screen, off to the corner to Finley for 3, hits front iron, loose on the deck, ran down by Stone. Here come the Bearcats. Stone off to Palm, he'll attack baseline, pull up 10-footer, yes! Eric Palm's got 20. Right now he's the man for the Bearcats, and his teammates are getting him the basketball.
Well, I think if you put together a chart of where he's hit his baskets tonight, it's been all over the floor. From three-point range, 10 feet underneath from the free throw line. Outstanding player.
Inside to Finley. He'll turn on Detmer. Shot won't go, but he's going to draw the foul. And that's going to be the third foul on Ken Detmer. And right now, Finley's a tough matchup inside with Detmer.
Yeah, he's very quick. Detmer, he has good footwork, but hasn't been able to find an answer for Finley yet.
Finley, the 6'5", 220-pound senior, rolls in the first free throw. 71% free throw shooter. He's got 6. Detmer will check out, and Wolff will replace him. So they're lacking some size there, as they'll take out 6'7" Detmer and put in 6'1" freshman Andy Wolff. Go to more of a guard-oriented attack here. The 16:06 mark. 5-point lead as Finley will try to cut that to 4. Free throw up, rims in and out. Rebounded by Hobby. He'll give it off to Wolff, and the freshman will walk it up with the right-handed dribble. Have you seen the fan fest here? They have
No, I
over
haven't.
there by the media room. Really have done it up here nice at Municipal Auditorium. Fans can play basketball. There's a kids area. Jump shot, fadeaway three, and yes, the net by Eric Hobby. He's got 10. Nice fadeaway three. Back to an 8-point lead now for McKendree. As I was saying, they've really done it nice here at Municipal. They do it that way every year. Give and go to Finley's jump shot will curl in.
Nice assist there by Dimitrovic.
Finley's got 8, back to a 6-point game. Wolff turns down the 3, turnaround jump shot, up and good. And right now, Eric Hobby's feeling it. He scored the last 5. He's got 12, back to a 51-43 lead.
McKendree shooting better than 50% from the field, and it shows right there.
And we're gonna have a timeout, 30-second timeout called by Texas Wesleyan. Rams didn't like how that last minute was going, and they're gonna call a timeout to try to break this scoring run for McKendree. The 15:01 mark. It's McKendree 51, Texas Wesleyan 43.
Yeah, I think Coach Terry Waldrop, seeing that his team defensively is allowing too much space for that shooter to get off a shot uncontested, virtually uncontested. And so he's going to make some adjustments here to try to put the pressure on a little bit more and try to bring down that 52, almost 53% field goal percentage for McKendree. On the other side of that, Texas Wesleyan only shooting 44% from the field.
So the Rams will inbound it. Fred Ashan, who's been held scoreless, the all-conference sixth man of the year, sixth man on this team, but an all-conference player in the Red River Athletic Conference, has been held scoreless. He averages 13.7 points a game. Scott, right elbow into Finley. Turns down a shot. Swings it to Gober. His 3 won't go, and ripping down the rebound is Eric Hobby. Basketball is finding him on the defensive and the offensive end. Stone at the top will swing it to Palm on the right wing. Back to Wolff. Will attack this man-to-man defense with 3 guards. Over to Stone, back to Palm. Picked up by Gober. Swing it to the right side to Wolff. Back to Stone. Turns down a 3 over to Palm. 12 on the shot clock. 14:22 on the game clock. Palm gets a screen, and they're going to have a moving violation on Dimitrovic. Dimitrovic tried to hedge that screen that Hobby was setting on him. He got out there to stop the penetration from Palm and didn't get there in time. That's his 3rd foul. First team foul, though, the second half on Texas Wesleyan. Over to the wing is Hobby. They'll swing it around the perimeter over to Palm. To Stone, trying to set up 3. There it is. Hits front lip. Rebounded by Dimitrovic. Off to Scott, and Texas Wesleyan will walk it down, trailing by 8 at the 14-minute mark. On the dribble, Scott. Back to Dimitrovic, who's had a quiet second half after 14 in the first half. We're going to have a push foul. That's going to be called on Brad Copeland. As Delane Finley went up to receive that pass, felt a little nudge in the back, and that was Copeland's right hand pushing him away from the basket, and the referee saw it.
And Finley did a good job of selling that foul, too.
Gober back out to Dimitrovic. He'll turn down the 3. Finley won't. His 3 hits front lip. Ran down by Palm to Wolff. Here come the Bearcats. They sense transition to Hobby. He'll drive the lane. Layup up, curls in and out. Fight for the rebound. Scott has it.
Scott hit in the face.
He took a whack right across, I think, the bridge of the nose. Nothing called. That's just part of the game as Scott walks it across the timeline. 13:25 left. 8-point lead here by the Bearcats. There's Ashan, who needs to start going. He drives the lane and scores. Must have read my mind as Fred Ashan's got his first 2 of the game. 51-45, Bearcats by 6. First 2 of the night for Ashan. Wolff, who's playing now for Ken Detmer, who has 3 fouls. Palm, dribble drive, goes to the lane, shot contested, and found a way to kiss that off the backboard.
He's done everything today, hasn't he?
He's got 22. Scott picked up by Palm. just inside the half-court stripe. Scott over to Gober. He'll launch the three. Hits front iron. A little short. Dimitrovic runs down the rebound to Scott. Again, Dane Dimitrovic still looking for his first points. We've played over 7.5 minutes here in the second half. He's got 14 in the first half, but quiet here in the second half. Delaney back to Gober. Turns down a three. Dribble drive. Goes all the way to the basket. Shot curls up and in. So Kenneth Gober has his first 2-point basket of the night, his 11th point of the night. 53-47 at the 12:05 mark.
He did a nice job of finding the lane along the baseline, Gober did, to go to the basket. 2 points for him.
Palm attacks the baseline, and they're going to call a foul on Aaron Scott. That'll be on Aaron Scott, his second foul, second team foul. Mukwe back in the lineup, along with Andy Leighton. He'll replace Finley and Dimitrovic. Checking out is Copeland for the Bearcats for McKendree, and back in is Ken Detmer with 3 fouls.
Here's Palm.
Palm in the corner, yes. Eric Palm has got 24 for this 6'2" junior. 8-point lead.
Texas Wesleyan just unable to find an answer for him today.
Swinging around the perimeter to Gober. Gober back to Fred Ashan. Ashan will swing it to Scott on the right wing. Picked up by Palm, hands it off to Gober. Gober's 3-point shot won't go. Ran down by TJ Stone on the push. Stone will pull it up. Give and go to Detmer inside. Can't make the layup, and rip down the rebound by Andy Leighton. To Ashan to Scott. Right now the Bearcats pushing that transition. That was there, just didn't go in for Detmer. Scott dribbles to the basket. Cut off by Detmer. His pass is swiped by Palm. Palm rips the ball away. Throws it up here to Wolff, and here come the Bearcats. To Stone, ball fake. Drives to the basket, and hands off to Detmer and scores. What a move that time by TJ Stone, finding Ken Detmer. He's got 10-point lead here for the Bearcats, and timeout. Full timeout, we'll take one too. You're listening to the Buffalo Fun NAIA Division I Men's Basketball Championship.
Ten. 5, 4, 3.
Live from Municipal Auditorium, this is NAIA Championship Basketball.
Alongside Laurel LeBeau, I'm Mark Miller. Welcome back. 57-47, biggest lead of the night for the Bearcats at the 11-minute mark. The Rams called that last full timeout. They've got the basketball in the hands of Evan Randall. So the Rams need to get something going. Gober's pass inside to Mukwe. Picked away by Detmer, but it went off a Rams leg and out of bounds along the baseline, so the Bearcats will have it.
Not what they wanted there. Their 11th turnover of the night. Of the day, I should say.
Night, day.
Yeah, what is it at NAIA?
That's right. Detmer's shot is blocked away by Mukwe. Andy Leighton's in the game right now for Dimitrovic. Down the court to Mukwe. A nice job of hustling down the court and flushes it home. Mukwe's got 6 on the dunk. Back to an 8-point lead at 57-49. Wolff out front over to TJ Stone. Into Detmer. Get on that left block. His shot is blocked from behind by Leighton. Good help defense that time for Mukwe. Slid over from the opposite block to stop the penetration there by Detmer. That gave Leighton a chance to recover and block the shot from behind. Pass inside, the 3-point shot by Hobby. Yes! Eric Hobby. He's got 15. And it's a 60-49 lead. Biggest lead of the night by 11 for the Bearcats. Eshan, top of the key. Over to Randall. Randall back to Eshan in the deep corner. Guarded there by Palm. He'll go to the basket.
Oh, nice drive.
Palm gave him a step, and he got burned for it. As Eshan's got 4, and down at the other end, we've got a collision. As Eshan goes down and winces in pain.
It looks like he got the worst of it there, Mark.
They're going to call a blocking foul. And that's going to be Eshan. Eshan's 3rd foul. And going to the line will be Eric Palm.
Eshan walking it off. Looks like he's going to be all right.
It's like he's grabbing his right calf there, but he's going to stay in the basketball game. Referee will usually come over to you and say, can you stay? Can you stay? Can you make it? And Eshan says, yes, I can. So Palm makes another free throw. He's got 25.
And he's
Finley checks back in.
6 of 6 from the line. That's about as close as he's come to a miss today.
Finley back in for Leighton, and still Dimitrovic with his 3rd foul is still on the bench at the 9:41 mark. Free throw up and good. So Palm's got 26 out of 62 points from McKendree, and the Bearcats lead by 11. Randall out front with the dribble. Gives it off to Eshan. Over to Finley. He'll attack the basket. Layup up. Won't count. See if they call that on the floor on the dribble drive to the basket. They're going to shoot 2, and that's exactly what they're going to call. They're going to call Andy Wolff for the Bearcats on the foul. The reach in as Finley was going to the basket. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That was Wolff's 2nd, 15 foul on the Bearcats, the 9:27 mark. Finley makes the first one. He's got 9 off the bench of Terry Waldrops.
Finley, number 3 in free throw attempts for the Rams. And you can see why. He goes to the free throw line quite a bit with his slashing style.
Brad Copeland will check back in for McKendree. Replacing Eric Palm will get a little bit of a breather here with his team leading by 10. But probably not much of a breather.
Well, TJ Stone has shown that he's able to run the team. And Palm will get a rest now, and Stone will run the squad.
Finley's got 10 and cuts it to a 9-point lead. Wolff walks it up over to Stone in the left wing. Picked up by Randall. Back out to Detmer. They'll swing it around the perimeter. To Wolff. Turn around. Jump shot. Won't go by Hobby. Here come the Rams trying to slice into that lead. On the dribble drive is Randall. Pulls it back out front. 5'9" point guard who is just a freshman. So Texas Wesleyan, the Ram fans will see this guard for 3 more seasons. Finley drives, shot won't go, but they're going to call a foul.
And back to the line goes Finley.
And Finley is a tough matchup. Once he gets that ball and gets that first step off that jab move, he can get to the paint. He's going to usually draw a foul, and that's exactly what he did. Fouls on TJ Stone, his first foul. 6-team foul, but this is a shooting foul.
You mentioned points in the paint, 32 for Texas Wesleyan, 24 for McKendree.
And Harry Statham, Coach Statham can't enjoy this as the clock is stopped and the Rams are cutting into that lead with the clock not running because of Finley's ability to drive to the basket. Second one on its way, and he's got them both. He's got 12, 7 in the second half, back to a 7-point lead at 62-55. And just like that, Eric Palm is up off the bench for the Bearcats. He'll come in on the next dead ball. Wolff hands it off to TJ Stone. Stone, the dribble drive right in front of us here on the press row along the left baseline. Back out to Detmer. He's been quiet since he's come back in the game. The Wolff, he'll drive to the basket, gives it off inside the Hobby. Reverse layup won't go. Off the glass, rebounded by Wolff. Wolff will go into the land of the Giants. His shot won't go, and Dimitrovic, who's back in the lineup, who just checked back in, grabs a rebound, and the Rams can cut this to as few as 4 with the 3. Finley gets a high screen, little pick and roll here to Dimitrovic. Finley goes in, he's fouled again. Right now, Delane Finley is owning the day inside.
He certainly is.
That foul is going to go against Hobby, his 3rd foul. And will send Delane Finley back to the line. You wonder if they maybe consider going to a zone here to try to cut those gaps down, because they haven't figured out here in the last couple of minutes how to keep Finley off the free throw line. He's got 13 as he makes the first one.
We'll have to take a look, see who they have guarding him. Perhaps he'll rotate different players to try to guard, but a zone might be a good idea, Mark.
Palm will check back in, replacing Wolff as Finley makes another free throw. He's got 14, and we've got a 5-point lead, and Coach Statham has seen enough. He needs to stop this run. He calls a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Our score is McKendree 62, Texas Wesleyan 57. 8:06 here left in the second half.
And Finley with 14 points now in the game. We've been talking about how often he's gone to the free throw line. He's made 8 of 10. He's 3 of 6 from the field, so 14 points for him. He also has 4 rebounds, so a really nice game being put together by Finley for Texas Wesleyan. Then on the other side, you have Palm with 26, 15 for Hobby. And he hasn't hesitated to launch a shot either inside or outside. He's hit a couple of threes. And so he has 15 points, 10 points for Detmer. And but he's been having some difficulty here in the second half with some foul trouble. Total rebounds, 27 for McKendree, 26 for Texas Wesleyan.
Well, the winner of this game gets the winner of the Campbellville, Kentucky, and the 6th-seeded Concordia, California game. That game follows this one. So Palm with the basketball to Detmer inside. And just like that, Eric Palm comes in and makes a nice pass and an assist to Ken Detmer. That reestablishes a 7-point lead at 64-57, 7:40 left here in the second half.
That was the 7th assist of the game for Palm.
7 assists and 26 points. Gober inside to Dimitrovic. Goes to the middle of the lane. Jump shot will not go, but they're going to ring up Ken Detmer with his 4th foul. And the Rams got away about 5 minutes ago, away from pounding that ball inside. They went with some 3-ball action. They weren't hitting from outside. Coach Waldrop calls a timeout, and since that timeout, everything has gone back inside the paint.
Well, Dimitrovic this time and Finley the last several minutes.
So Dimitrovic will go to the line. That's the 4th foul on Detmer. He'll check out as Dimitrovic hits the first free throw, his first point of the second half. Wolff will check back in as Detmer will go to the bench at the 7:30 mark with 4 fouls. Dmitrovic's second free throw on its way. He's got them both. His first 2 points of the second half trims this lead back to 5 at 64-59. Wolff will walk it up the court for the Bearcats. Off to Stone, to Wolff. They'll run a weave out front, looking for that dribble drive penetration. See if they hedge the screen. They don't. The ball is loose, recovered by Stone. Actually, Hobby gives it back to Stone. To Palm, picked up immediately by Randall. And they're going to have a foul on the